G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another L.A.B Golf video. This is going to be a follow-up video of my two original videos. I'll link those in the description, but this is going to be me talking about what are the first things you need to do to adjust to your L.A.B Golf putter, because if you're anything like me, you bought your new L.A.B putter, you're really excited, really keen to see some big improvements, and then you use it for the first few times and you pull everything to the left, or you can't quite get it started online. And the whole point of this putter is to get your horizontal launch angle to be as close to 0.0 as possible. And trust me, if you stick with it, it will. And if you follow these few little tips in this video, it will definitely help you adjust to your L.A.B Golf putter. Now, let me quickly touch on the theory again. So the whole theory of this putter is it's called a L.A.B putter, a lie angle balance putter. What does that mean? So that means when I set up to this putter, the actual putter is going to sit at a certain lie angle, depending on how close I stand to the ball. If I stand really far away and have low hands, I'm going to need it a lot flatter. If I move really close to the ball and get real upright, I'm going to need it more upright. So the lie angle balance putter should fit your setup and your lie angle that's going to come from how close you stand to the ball and how high and how low you have your hands. So that's very important to get that lie angle correct, because if the putter's not sitting flat on the ground, it's going to make it really hard for you to square this putter up. The whole point of this putter is to have it sitting perfectly flat on the ground, and then what is actually going to happen is the putter is going to stay square to that lie angle or to that arc of your stroke. So when we talk about putter arcs, the actual arc that your putter takes, and when I talk about arc, I mean how far inside it goes, how far outside it goes, or does it go straight back, straight through? All those arcs are going to be heavily influenced by your lie angle and by the way you set up to the putter. If you've got someone who stands really close to the ball and is really upright, they are going to more often than not have a more straight back, straight through technique. If you get someone who stands further away and has lower hands, they are going to more often than not come way more inside and way more inside on the way through. And that's just because that's just pure physics. I mean, that's just pure physics and the way people stand and the way the putter actually swings depending on the actual lie angle of the actual shaft or the actual putter. So what L.A.B have done is they've made a putter face that stays perfectly square and perfectly balanced to the actual lie angle that you have. So if I just let this putter spin in my fingers, the putter just wants to naturally sit square to the lie or to the target. And so what happens when you get this putter? And I'm going to talk through exactly what happened to me and how I overcame it, because I got this and it took me about 3 weeks to get used to it. I was pulling everything left, absolutely everything left. I contemplated going back to my old putter, but I thought, no, stick it out. Just stick it out, stick with it. And I'm so glad I did, because now I'm so much more repeatable in my stroke. It's way better, way more consistent, and I'm hitting so many putts now that are just perfectly online. I'll maybe have one putt around outside that I go, oh, that was a bad putt. I didn't hit my intended line. Whereas give me my old putter, I would rarely hit my actual intended line. I'd always push it. So 3 things in putting, the 3 things in putting for me that you need to do well. One of them is horizontal launch angle. You need to actually be able to hit your intended line. If you can't do that, then lining it up, taking 5 minutes to line your line up to the hole doesn't really matter, because you're not going to be able to hit that line that you've picked anyway. So horizontal launch angle is huge. The next is speed. You have to be able to hit the correct speed for the line that you've chosen. And depending on what greens you're putting on, you can pick, if you're on quick greens, you can pick a variety of different lines based on the speed that you're going to hit that putt. If you're going to hit it hard, you can play less break. If you want to dive into the hole, you're going to play more break. So being able to match up your intended line that you want to hit and hit that line, matched up with the speed, that is going to make putts. What's the next thing you need to be good at? The next thing you need to be good at is green reading. You need to be able to actually read the greens. So those are the 3 things for me. If you can do all of those really well, you're going to be an amazing putter. What this putter has allowed me to do is to basically eliminate horizontal launch angle as a variable. I know with this putter now, 99% of the time, I am going to be able to hit my horizontal launch angle. So for me, it's been huge and it's definitely helped my putting. Okay, let me talk about what I did when I first got my L.A.B putter. Okay, so one of the first things I did when I got this putter is I had to film my stroke, because what I was doing with my old putter, with all my old putters over the years, was I was actually taking the putter head way outside to try and pull across it to get the ball started on line. I always found with my old putters, I would miss everything right. I'd forever be leaving the face open and missing them right. And so over the years, my stroke actually developed to where I was pulling across the ball. So when I first got this putter, I was missing everything left because fundamentally my stroke was actually really bad. So when I got this putter, what it really highlighted was the fact that my putting stroke was not good. So I put my phone behind me and I got some videos of my putting stroke just to actually see what my stroke was doing. I really recommend doing this because you may feel like you're doing one thing, but in reality, you might be doing something very, very different. And having a video just allows you to see exactly what's going on. Okay, so that's the first thing I did to really check whether my stroke was actually going straight back or straight through, or a little bit inside to a little bit inside on the follow through. Okay, so once I did that and my stroke was fundamentally a lot better, and I will say getting this putter has made me so much better. It's made me so much more aware of my actual putting stroke. Now I'm going to talk through two of the drills I did to try and reduce my really my want to twist the face and get it back online. What I found with my old putters over the years was I was always fighting to get the putter face closed, whereas with this putter, because it stays square to your stroke, you don't need to do that. So you really have to eliminate all of your hands in the stroke. There's a couple of ways I did to really eliminate that need or want to do that. I'm going to talk about them now. Okay, so drill number one for me, this is the thumbs off drill. Now, I'll get set up in my putting stroke. I'll take my normal grip that I would usually take when I was going to hit this putt, except now I'm going to lift my thumbs off the actual grip. So what you're going to see is my thumbs are off the grip, my forefingers are on the grip, and then I'm just going to simply hit a putt like this. And what you'll find is that when you do this, you'll get 0.0 or close to 0.0 HLA and you'll make the putt. So this drill for me is huge. And this drill has really helped me not try and manipulate that face and close it. Okay, so I'll just show that from another angle now, just so you can see exactly what's going on. So again, get in your normal setup with your normal grip, whichever putting grip you use. I like the left hand low and then the finger down the shaft. All I'm going to do, lift up my thumbs. I'm going to hold the putter with my fingers, just gently, and then just stroke back and through and let the putter do the work. Okay, left that one a little bit open, 0.3 of a degree open, but I mean, it was a really good putt. What this is going to eliminate, it's going to really eliminate any twisting or turning of the club face. If you've seen the video of the revealer that they use for this putter, the revealer basically keeps the stroke perfectly square the whole way. What I find with when I first got this putter, and what I see with a lot of people who get these putters when they first get them, if they remove their thumbs from the actual grip and then just grip it with your fingers, it almost has that revealer type feel where you're not manipulating the club face at all. You're just letting the putter swing and do its thing. And that's the biggest thing with this putter, is just letting it swing, just gripping the putter gently and just swinging it. This putter will stay square to the intended line. You just have to stop trying to manipulate it. Okay, so the next drill I used when I first got this is going to be focusing more on speed, and it's going to be focusing on getting the correct speed control. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a right-handed drill where I'm going to set up, get my grip, I'm going to remove my left hand, let that hang naturally, or you can put it just on your left quad there, grip it one-handed, and then just hit one-handed putts. And again, this is going to reduce any rotating of the actual club head. And what you'll see is my HLA there was 0.1 of a degree right. So incredibly close to 0.0, and that's a one-handed putt. What I'm focusing on with these putts though is trying to get speed correct. So we'll get us set up, like I said, get your normal grip. And what this allows you to do is actually get in your putting setup. Left hand on your left thigh, grip it one-handed, and then hit your putt. Now I hit that incredibly out the heel. It wasn't a good putt. What you'll notice though is the actual speed was fantastic. So that's a really good drill to try and get speed and feel. And also it's a really good drill to practice hitting your horizontal launch angle. Okay, so those are my 2 drills. I love the thumbs off the grip putter feel, because when you do that, what you'll find is you'll go, that's the feel I need to have in my putting stroke. And what you'll really feel when you remove your thumbs is that you are just letting the putter do the work. You're not having any manipulation. The one-handed drill for speed, definitely try that as well. It's harder than you think. And then finally, I would advise doing a worm's eye view and just filming your putting stroke just from down below, just to see what's going on. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If that helps you, definitely let me know in the comments, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.